Welcome back to Off the Don. I'm your host, Don himself, the DON, the Don Dada, the Don Corleone, whatever you want to call me, Don Juan, whatever you want to call me. And we back with another episode, man. Hope everybody living good. Hope everybody had a good week. Hope everybody mentally stable. I pray everybody's financially stable. And even if you aren't, it's going to be all right. Just keep pushing. Later fight another day. We're going to get straight into it with the first topic of the day. And the first topic of the day is wanting more, but not hating where you're at. And what I mean by that, we're all trying to find peace in life. We're all trying to find where we're good at, what we're not good at, and where we just feel comfortable at in life, or what we're going to be doing for the next couple of years so we can all be financially stable and we can all buy a mansion one day or buy a farm one day, whatever you get into. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that, for real, it's like the grind is not always fun. And the grind not always easy. But at the same time, the grind not always sad. So what I mean by all that is just you gotta just keep pushing, bro. Sis, whatever you want to identify yourself as, cause like it's just human nature. We just want to keep pushing for more. We get one thing, we want another. We get another, we want another. Like we just keep going. We got no drive to stop. And we got to drive to keep doing better because we want more for life. And even if you don't want more for life, you still just don't be steady or at peace or just stable with where you at in life. And I'm also just saying that to just say, like, you can want all that and not put down the next person, not put down yourself, not self-inflict yourself and just switch into like a deep hole of depression, stress, worrying about how you gonna eat the next day, worrying about how you gonna dress the next day, worrying about how you gonna get this in a couple months, in a couple weeks. Just live day by day. Cause we're not promised tomorrow. And I feel like a lot of people move like today is just a day. Oh, it's a normal day. The day could be your last day. You never know what's happening when you get in that car, when you go down that highway, when you drink that drink, when you eat that food, you never know what's gonna happen. So I'm not saying just go outside and just live like, oh, this is my last day on the earth. I'm not saying go wild out, crash out, or just go berserk. But like mentally, you just gotta start living like maybe I might not be here tomorrow. Maybe my mom and dad might not be here tomorrow to help me. Maybe my girl might not be here to help me tomorrow. Maybe my homie might not be here to help me tomorrow. And you gotta start realizing like, man, I gotta keep living day by day. Like I gotta keep making myself at least 1% better each day. Cause like I said, you don't know if you're gonna be here tomorrow. And there's a lot of people that passed away that whether they went to heaven or hell, not gonna get into too much religion right now, but whatever they went after their life, they probably was like, dog, I never thought that was gonna happen. People getting car wrecks all the time, never thought like, man, I didn't know this was gonna be my last day. Even if they don't die, like somebody could wake up paralyzed tomorrow with no arms, no legs, not knowing how to move anymore, learning how to walk again, learning how to talk again, wake up with Alzheimer's, anything like. You could just lose, like anything could just happen to you tomorrow, man. And like that's just why I'm like getting a little too ahead of myself. That's why I'm just trying to like say like you gotta live day by day and make sure like today is better than tomorrow, or make sure tomorrow is better than the next day or the next day. Cause I'm just be real with you, man. The world is crazy. Like the world is crazy. Like I can go to a party tonight after I get done recording this. Lord forbid, I can possibly get hurt. I could get injured. I could get wrongfully arrested. Anything of a sort of that nature. Sorry, anything can happen. Like when I say anything can happen. Wrong place, wrong time is a thing. Like you don't gotta necessarily be the toughest person in the world, the smartest person, the wealthiest person for anything to happen to you. And one thing, you ain't untouchable. That's one thing about it. And I think a lot of people don't be understanding you're not untouchable. Anything can happen to anybody, no matter what their stain is, what credit they got, how much money they got. Anybody is untouchable. And that's why anything can just happen to you and you gotta live the day like I might not be here tomorrow. What can I do to at least I can just know like, okay, my people know I went as hard as I went. I know I went as hard as I could go. I gave the day I gave the day all I could. And even if the day don't go the way you know it could or it could, wake up tomorrow and be like, okay, I'm gonna do the best I can. I'm gonna do the best I can do. I can't worry about everybody else. I can't please everybody else, but I can only worry about what I'm gonna do. And if I do this, how is my mental gonna be? How am I gonna eat the next day? How am I gonna sleep the next day? Not if, well, I hope they watch my podcast episode. If they didn't like it, I'm gonna throw it away. Man, just listen to how that sound. Like, you can't live like that. Cause at the end of the day, like I said in the last episode, when it comes that day we on our deathbed or we in the grave, you by yourself. No matter how many loved ones you got, how much family you got, how many friends you got, you're gonna be by yourself. And if you ain't pleasing it for yourself, then what are you really doing? And you could necessarily, you could be a bad person or like bad things. And I don't judge nobody. That's you. If that's what you feel like you like, in your mind it's a good thing, it's a good thing to you. It may not be a good thing to me, but what I'm trying to tell you is that doesn't matter if it's not a good thing to me. And that goes for anything. Because if I like shoes and somebody else likes, I don't know, skateboards, something like that, I shouldn't look down on them and be like, oh, this, he a weirdo. He that grown wanting skateboards. Or somebody look down at me like, man, he that grown just wanting Jordans and shoes. Like, and then it keeps going and going and going and going. Like, everybody always trying to find something to pick at or somebody. Why can't people just embrace people and just be happy with what they like, what they choose to do? And another thing, you don't got to force it onto nobody. That's the biggest problem with a lot of society today. People are always trying to force things. Like, they try to force you to feel bad about things that you don't want to feel bad about. Or they try to make you just start thinking about things you didn't think about, and then it messes up your whole mental. Because end of the day, like, for example, my homie Dre recording. Like, he could be going, I could come and tell him some advice, and he don't like it, and I'd be like, man, well, you don't want, well, I guess you just don't want to listen the whole time. I ain't in his shoes. He ain't in my shoes. Like, I can't sit here and tell him, like, well, that ain't good for you, bro. Maybe you should listen to me. I mean, it's up to him in the day, because you're a grown man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody watching may not be grown right now, but, one day you're going to be grown, and I'm letting you know being grown ain't fun. Hey, I wish I could, when I was a kid, I used to be like, man, I can't wait till I'm grown. I got this, and that. Man, I should have just shut up and just enjoy my kid years, because them was the best years I never knew I was going to have. I thought it was just going to be peaches and cream going forward, but also, the world has changed a lot since I've been a kid, so, I'm just learning just adjust with it. And I'm also learning to face adversity, because adversity used to get me a lot. Like, I have a good day, I come home, or I'll just go back to my dorm room or anything. Like, I'll just get a text message from somebody, and my whole day, it went from the best day ever to feel like it's the worst day ever. And I learned how to deal with my emotions and not just get mad, crash out, want to panic and do all this and that, because that ain't going to solve nothing. And they're going to make you feel worse and make things way harder for yourself. Like, I'm learning how to just be calm with everything. Like, if you get mad and want to go fight somebody, 9 times out of 10, if you get mad and want to fight somebody, you might lose because you're mad and you ain't calm and you just swinging. Or if you mad and somebody cut you off or anything, you're going to get mad and want to go blow their phone up. You want to get mad and just bother them when you know they don't want to bother you. And my thing is, what's the point of that? To show how much you care about them, how much you love them, show how much, like, you need to be respected. Sometimes it's just cool to choose peace over proving a point. Because proving a point can end you up in jail. The psych ward, you see all y'all, like, people want to think they crazy. You go to that psych ward, you're going to realize there's some real crazy people out here. Like, on some real, like, you think you crazy, you're going to realize you're going to the psych ward. Or jail, or even worse, dead. Just because you want to prove, oh, I'm going to prove my respect. They're going to respect me if anything else. Because sometimes, like, what does that even matter to somebody you truly don't really care about or you don't really mind? Like, don't get me wrong, everybody want to prove that they want respect from their family, from their friends, or for themselves. But, like, why are you going to go crash out, put your life at jeopardy, just for you to get out of jail, or you be in a messed up situation and be like, man, I should just calm down and listen. And I don't want it to be too late for nobody. Because, thank the Lord, I never been in jail, and I'm still alive. But, I had situations where I just want to just say, man, forget it. I don't care what I got to lose. They going to respect me, like, they going to start talking to me like that. They going to start brushing me off. Whole time I go just chill back 2 minutes later, 3 minutes later, like, you didn't have to do all that, bro. Like, you didn't have to do all that. Like, why are you letting these people make you so angry and upset Because you really didn't have to do all that, bro. And, like, that's what I'm just letting people know. Like, man, you just choose peace over proving a point all the time. Because, like, it goes down to a lot of aspects in life. Mainly for me, sports helped me learn a lot of that. Because, you know, everybody that's a real athlete, everybody has gotten cooked on their platform before. Or they had ran up against somebody that was better than them and made them start thinking about sports and just made them start thinking about things differently. But, like, you know, a lot of people, they may be like, man, I'm going to make sure I'm better than him. I'm going to make sure he respect me next time he see me, this and that. Whole time they go out there and play them. All they focusing on is that player. That player ain't focusing on them. They just trying to play the game. You over there trying to prove a point the whole time. Like, in another aspect of life, you keep trying to prove a point to for example, you trying to prove a point to a girl, like, yeah, I'm like that. You should mess with me. This and that whole time. She'll leave you for somebody she just like that might got way less than you. Ain't never stepped in your shoes before. Don't got nothing like you, but end of the day, it ain't about what you got. It ain't about what you proving. It just genuinely, who are you deep down inside, morally, rather than physically, because you know, they say a lot of people with the most things in life, they got the lowest self-esteem. And they say the prettiest people do the ugliest things. On my Kanye. But yeah, like, you know, back to what I'm saying, like, but like, it's just like people, they just, like, you know what I'm saying? Don't lose yourself trying to gain respect from others. At the end of the day, no matter how many people say they love you, they like you, they rock with you, or they want to see you doing good, in a snap of the finger, all of them can turn on you. You don't know who they're going to be the next day. You don't know who they're going to be tomorrow. You don't know who they're going to be the next hour, the next second, the next minute. And that's why I'm just letting y'all know, like, man, just do it for yourself. And I'm going to keep preaching that every episode. Do it for yourself. Don't do it for nobody else. And I'm learning that every day of life. You know, I take my steps back when I'm also taking my steps forward. And I'm taking it day by day because if you don't want to see yourself do better, I at least want to see you do better. Because life is way more than just material things. And that's another thing. Material things, they're not everything in the world. Most people that got the most stuff in the world, they don't really be caring about material things. But you can go meet somebody that can go get some Gucci sandals. Man, I'm up. It's the best day of my life. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Because, you know, everybody got their own joy. And I don't down talk on nobody else's joy. But me personally, I'm learning that material things not worth me having to figure out how I'm going to portion out my money for the rest of the month. How I'm going to pay this bill. How I'm going to get these clothes. How I'm going to get these Jordans. Because, like, it ain't worth it, end of the day. Of course, you know, food and stuff I need worth that because I go broke on food. I don't know how y'all feel about that. That's just me personally. If I got $1 in my pocket, I'm going to go broke on getting me a McChicken from McDonald's. That's just me. But to end this topic off, man, I'm going to just say always choose peace over proving a point and just be yourself. And that's how I'm going to just end this topic, man. And next topic, we're finna get back into the sports world. I don't know if y'all seen the trade earlier this week, but I'm going to read it off my phone so I don't get it incorrect or nobody corrects me. The Minnesota Timberwolves have acquired star guard LaMelo Ball and forward Josh Green from the Charlotte Hornets in exchange for fan favorite forward Naz Reid in an unprotected 2033 first pick and 3 first-round pick swaps for 2028, 2029, and 2030, and 3 second-round picks. In my opinion, I think the Timberwolves lost the trade. But let me elaborate on it, though. LaMelo Ball, great player, great shooter. In my opinion, the heart and soul of the Charlotte Hornets. Naz Reid, big forward, can shoot, can dribble for a big man. You know what I'm saying? Been to the playoffs a bunch with the Timberwolves with Ant-Man and all them. And also, the Timberwolves traded a bunch of their picks. Down the line, I feel like those picks are going to come back to haunt the Timberwolves. Because I don't think Ant-Man is going to go nowhere. Anthony Edwards is he's the face of the franchise. He's the star. Like anything happens, everybody looks at him. And they just look at him like, okay, you the man. You gonna be here. You gonna lead to the promised land one day. And for him to like, just get into the league and stuff, he doing a great job. I ain't never seen the Timberwolves be this entertaining. Most entertaining I seen the Timberwolves was with Kevin Love. And he was just going up for getting triple doubles and stuff every night. They weren't really winning nothing. But you turn on Anthony Edwards and it's like, okay, I'm excited to watch this. But at the same time, the Charlotte Hornets have traded LaMelo Ball. I'm not a Hornets fan, so I can't dive deep into what they got going on, but I've been in a couple of Hornets games before. You know what I'm saying? I'm a North Carolina native. They're not my favorite team, but I'm always going to root for the home team. But you trade LaMelo Ball. In my opinion, LaMelo Ball was the best player on their team. They may say he's a little childish. He's not really grown up like that. But don't none of that matter on the court. Like, if you really can hoop, you can hoop. In my opinion, I don't buy into all that other stuff they say about athletes off the court. At the end of the day, everybody their own person. Don't nobody say nothing about the person that own a store or own a restaurant. They don't say nothing about their personality outside of that. So why are they always talking about athletes' personality? I never understood that. Because I feel like that's not fair to them. Because end of the day, you going to love them or hate them, they still going to get their check. And no matter what they do, everybody always going to have an opinion about it. So, for example, I was watching the Jailblazers documentary on Netflix the other day, and like Rasheed Wallace, he got to the point he ain't talk to the media about nothing, and people thought like, man, he's such a rude dude. He's so arrogant. He don't want to talk about nobody. But the whole time, everything he say, he got an opinion, and he just got to the point, man, I'm tired of hearing all that, so I'm just not gonna say nothing because y'all gonna talk about it regardless. So why not at least give y'all something to talk about? I know for a fact y'all can't say if I'm mad or if I'm sad. But back to my point though. You trade LaMelo Ball. I don't think it's a good look for the Hornets to trade LaMelo Ball. I'm not the owner. I'm not the GM, so I can't get into the core value it brings to a team. In my opinion, the Hornets are going to still be a well-rounded team because they had Naz Reid, a well-proven forward/center. And they still have Bridges, Kobe White. They still have a couple players on their team that can still get the job done. And the Hornets, they had one of their best seasons last season. They went on a little streak. They didn't make the playoffs. They almost did. They lost in the play-in. But, it was a great excitement. But at the same time, you trade LaMelo Ball. One of the best shooters I've seen in the league. He may have inconsistent games where one game he dropped 30, next game he dropped 5, but he's selling tickets. He's known in Charlotte. Everybody in Charlotte knows who LaMelo Ball is. Even if you don't watch sports, they know who LaMelo Ball is. He was the face of the franchise, in my opinion. You just don't trade that man at his peak value, in my opinion. Because I understand down the line y'all want the draft picks, y'all want the value that come in the future, but why are y'all so heavy bent on looking at the future? Because in my opinion, the Hornets are they're here and then they're there. In my opinion, you shouldn't bet on the future picks. You should have just kept with what you know and build with that. Because there's a lot of people that want to play with LaMelo Ball just because of how he play. People been watching him since high school. Everybody know about the Ball brothers. And everybody know about their dad, LeVar. Big baller, bro. Everybody know they bringing tickets into the business, whether you like it or not. But the Hornets still didn't lose this trade, though. So me saying that, I also would say the Timberwolves lost this trade because the Timberwolves got to deal with a lot in the West. Anthony Edwards done had to beat LeBron. He done had to beat KD and Devin Booker. And he had to play Luka one year and Kyrie. That's some, and not to mention Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. Okay. See, that's a lot of competition on the West side. And it's like, okay, I get it. You want to bring somebody in to come help Anthony Edwards with the shooting, with the scoring. I can understand it. But at the same time, what the Timberwolves had going on, I feel like you just can't mess that team chemistry up. Because they had like a little flow going on. They play rough basketball. And like, not saying they are like a dirty team, but they're an aggressive team. Like, you ain't finna just blow them out. they gonna come at you with everything they got. Like they play like a little '90s team. Like Anthony Edwards, he basically my favorite player right now. It used to be Ja Morant, but hopefully Ja gets back on his stuff one day. You know, he had a couple past injuries and some personal issues off the court. Yeah, they did say Ja might be going somewhere, but I'm rooting for Ja anywhere he go. He a South Carolina native, and Ja, hey, Ja lock with me. I don't care what y'all say. Ja dog. In my opinion, I thought Ja Morant should have been the one traded to the Timberwolves. In my opinion, I thought Ja Morant should have been traded to the Timberwolves because him and Ant kind of bring they bring that it factor when they on the court. Like, even if they miss a shot, all eyes is going to them as soon as they get the ball. It's like everybody snapping to them. And they can facilitate too. Like they can get everybody around them better, make everybody just more hype, make everybody play defense. I'm not really too fond on watching Ja play defense. I gotta go do some research on that, so I can't say if he played defense or not. But like Anthony Edwards, he played defense. And you know, a lot of people nowadays, they don't be wanting to play defense in the league because it's a different league. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Different league, different player, different cores, different ways to score, and different ways to get at it. But I feel like Anthony Edwards, he embodies what one of them old school players used to be like. He rough and grimy. He gonna talk his trash. And he always owns up to it even if they lose. I always respected that about him. Cause you know, a lot of people, they can talk the talk, but they can't walk the walk. And Ant-Man, he just like, I just look at him, I be like, okay, I could rock out with him. Same thing with Ja. Like Ja gonna try to punch on anybody he see. He gonna try to dunk on anybody he see. And a lot of people like, man, he can't shoot like that, he can't do that. But hey, Ja selling tickets. I bet you when Ja Morant on that TV, everybody tuning in, whether he doing good or bad. But in this point, back to what I was saying, Timberwolves, y'all better prove me wrong. Y'all better show me something. Because I still believe y'all playoff team. Y'all going to make the playoffs, though. Y'all got a squad on y'all. But y'all got to show me something. Y'all got to show me why this trade was made. Because I don't agree with it. Hornets, y'all got to show me something. Y'all got to make sure them picks don't go to waste. Because look at the Washington Wizards. They got a little squad over there right now. They got Trae Young, Anthony Davis, and they just drafted that dude from BYU. I don't know how to say his name like that, so I'm not going to disrespect him. Yeah, AJ, but I don't know how to say his last name, so you know I ain't going to disrespect him. But the Wizards, they got them little squad over there, so that's the team that know how to use their picks, so I'm going to be on the lookout for them. And Chicago Bulls, please. Please do something this year. It's been a minute since the Chicago Bulls did something. I'm sick and tired of being a fan a little bit. I'm almost finna go be a Hornets fan. So please, y'all do something. And that's all I'm gonna speak on for the NBA for right now. Now, we're gonna get back to my Philadelphia Eagles. And we're gonna go down our schedule for this year. Okay. First game of the season. We played the Washington Commanders. I don't gotta say too much about Commanders. Redskins, whatever you want to say that. Hope y'all don't get mad at that because I know that's a forbidden name. I'm not worried about the Washington Commanders. They're a great team, great players. You know, just got some good picks. Say what you want to say, but you take Jaden Daniels off that field, what the Commanders not doing nothing. Jaden Daniels got all my respect. I ain't never seen the Commanders, Redskins, whatever you want to call it, I ain't never seen them make it out the first round. The most I ever seen them make it was with RG3. And that just telling you something. RG3 was announced, like, he was the man a long time ago when I was about 11, 10 years old. My uncle, he's a big Commanders fan. He had me thinking RG3 was the next coming to Michael Vick. And he might have been. But unfortunately, he got hurt. And he one of the biggest what-if stories. Got all the utmost respect for RG3 because he got hurt, and I know how it is with injuries. But I'm not worried about Washington Commanders. They're our division rival. They're doing better. I'm not really going to reflect on the past with them too much. But only thing I don't like, 2 years ago, They made it to the NFC Championship, Dre. I had Commanders fan walking up to me telling me Jalen Hurts want a good quarterback. 55-23. I forgot the score at halftime. All I knew, I watched Saquon score. I was at work. I said it's over. It's over right now. Like, go ahead, y'all go ahead and go home. And you know, like last season, we beat them both times, but in my opinion, they weren't really their real team. They ain't had Jaden Daniels. They have all their players. And I went to the game. I got all the utmost respect for Commanders fans, though. You know, they cool. They welcome me. I was an Eagles fan. They were talking trash, but, you know, they were cool. But first game of the season is going down. It ain't no friend. It's in Philly, too. It's going down. It's going down. Y'all going down. Fly, Eagles, fly. Y'all gonna stop talking about my quarterback and y'all gonna realize Smitty a receiver one. We got the best defense in the league. We got the best coaching staff in the league. We got the best fans in the league. It's going down first game of the season. So, y'all buckle up. And don't be talking about my team. Second game of the year. We play the Tennessee Titans. I don't really know how that game gonna go. I'm just be real with you. My uncle is the only Titans fan I know on this planet. Every year he always posting Tighten up. So I'm about to go do some research. I do like Cam Ward though. He probably my favorite young quarterback in the league right now. I really rock with Cam Ward since college. Like he's talented. He's a good quarterback. I see they got a receiver Tate. He's a good receiver. But I'm not really too fond on the Titans, so I really got to do my research on it. So, you know, I'm not going to really say too much or too little or too much. I ain't going to really talk about Titans too much because I don't know about that. So I'm not going to really dish y'all too much. I'm familiar with a lot of people we play with already. So it's like, I already know about the Commanders, the Cowboys, and the Giants, mainly. And the Panthers. I most definitely know about them. Well, you know, we ain't going to get too much about them. Third game of the season. Okay. And we play the Chicago Bears. I've been wanting this game. Let me lean up a little bit. I've been wanting the Chicago Bears. I'm letting y'all know this right now. That game last year was a fluke. 200 rushing yards on us, almost 300 rushing yards. That game was a fluke in my opinion. Our defense just had a bad game. And, you know, things got out of hand. And we were just in a weird little stump in the season, but I give Chicago Bears props. They got a good, solid team on it. Caleb Williams is a dog. You know what I'm saying? They got a good defense, good little young core. That tight end they got nice. They receivers are smooth, too. You know what I'm saying? But I'm ready for that game right there. I'm tuned in for that game because I was told that Caleb Williams was better than my QB1, Jalen Hurts, that's been to 2 Super Bowls. Not to mention as a Super Bowl MVP, outplayed Patrick Mahomes twice, and won the national championship, and played at Alabama, and then played at Oklahoma, and made the playoffs with 2 different teams. Yeah, he's not better than my QB1. I don't care if he's on the Madden cover. I don't care. We got something for y'all when we see y'all. So I'm ready for that game right there because Chicago Bears fans were talking my head off after that game. So we got something for y'all. It ain't gonna be no Iceman. Ain't no Iceman this. Y'all gonna see what's going on with Jalen Hurts, Smitty, Saquon, Jalen Carter, Quinion. All them boys step on the field. We gonna see about that. So we gonna see about them Bears because y'all were talking crazy in my DM last year. So I'm gonna let y'all be until that game come. And then we play the Rams the very next week. I get the Rams props, though.
The game last year was crazy.
Yeah, that game last year. See, every time we play the Rams, though, it's always like that for some reason. I don't know why. It's like they kind of our rivals. They're not our rivals. But they're our rivals, but it's in a respected way. Like, Sean McVay is one of the best coaches in the league, in my opinion. No matter what, he's always just like, I watch his games and just be like, how did he think of that? How did he do that with that team? How did he come up with stuff like this? And, you know, I always respected Sean McVay as a coach. I'd be like, okay, this is a good coach. And he's always been a winner. I never really heard about the Rams losing since Sean McVay been their coach. He done won with Jared Goff, Matthew Stafford. He even won with Baker Mayfield for them couple games he was there. And they have added Myles Garrett from the Cleveland Browns to the Rams this year. And they traded Jared Verse. My opinion, smooth little trade. It's a win-win trade for both teams. Both players are great. Jared Verse is a great player. Myles Garrett is a great player. And the Rams already were adding to an already stacked team. You know, they got Puka Nacua. They got Devontae Adams, Matthew Stafford. They got a squad. And, you know, the Rams just always give us smoke. I don't know what it is. They always give us smoke every time we play them. Like, it ain't easy when we play them. So, I'm not finna sit here and say we finna just blow them out. We finna just dog walk them. It's gonna be a game. But history does not lie. The Eagles have beaten the Rams more time than their own division rivals have beaten them in the past couple years. I think it's like 3 straight. Yeah, it's 3 straight right now as far as I know. Maybe 4 straight. But we're gonna see how that game go. I'm very excited. I'm not gonna talk too crazy because y'all got a squad. I'm a little hesitant. I ain't gonna really talk too crazy about y'all because y'all almost whooped us last year. Everybody knows what happened, but we got something for them Rams. We're gonna see about y'all. Next team. We play the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm not gonna really speak too much about the Jaguars either. They got one of my favorite players. They got Travis Hunter. I think he's primarily a DB now. I could be wrong, but that boy a dog. And I like Trevor Lawrence. He got his, you know, he has iffy moments, his up and down moments, but I like Trevor Lawrence. Jaguar made the playoffs last year. You know, they're a good, stable team. I feel like it's just a 50-50 game for both teams. We're going to see how that goes. Well, depending on how the season goes, I'll know by that week if we're going to win or not. But I'm not going to talk too much about Jags. Next team we play the Carolina Panthers. And I know there's a bunch of Panthers fans watching my podcast right now. Even if you're not, go send this to a Panthers fan so they can see this. I have no hate towards the Panthers at all. But the real reason I will never really root for the Panthers again, that Super Bowl when Cam Newton didn't fall on the ball, it just didn't sit right. It didn't sit right with me. And in my opinion, they ain't been the same since that. You know, they had a couple years. They'll be up and down, iffy, this and that, but the Panthers ain't been the same since that. Bryce Young is a great quarterback. He got a tremendous receiving core. Defense solid. You know, they keep adding pieces day by day. Coaching core smooth. They bringing the culture back to Charlotte when it comes to the Panthers. So, you know, I respect what they doing. But at the same time, Panthers fan, we got something for y'all. Because I'm from North Carolina and I don't like the Panthers. And that's for a reason. Dre from North Carolina, he like the Falcons. So, like, that should just tell you right then and there, like, why we don't like the Panthers. And Panthers fans don't even support the Panthers when they're doing bad. I'm an Eagles fan. We had our years when we done bad. But one thing about it, people always see me in my gear. They always see me talking crazy to people about my Eagles. I don't care if we 0-7. If we beat you, I'm going to talk crazy. Like, man, y'all couldn't even beat us. And we 0-7. You know, I done dealt with Sam Bradford, Mark Sanchez, and all that. Panthers had their bad years. Don't nobody want to be a Panthers fan. Everybody a bandwagon fan. All of a sudden, the Panthers win. I mean, I've been a Panthers fan my whole life. But you want rocking them when they were losing. You want rooting on them when they were losing. So they don't go for every Panthers fan, but majority of Panthers fans, they don't like claiming their team till they do something well. And that's why I don't like the Panthers. And they let the state down when the whole state was going for them. And no offense to Cam, great player. He just didn't dive on the ball. But, you know, he's still a great player. It don't, you know, take away from all his success he's had as a great quarterback. He's a generational quarterback. We haven't seen a quarterback like that ever again. Oh, let me phrase that. We won't ever see a quarterback like that ever again. At that size, at that speed, doing all that. He just didn't win the big one. He's still a great player, Hall of Fame player in my opinion. But that's just why I don't like the Panthers. But we're going to see y'all. 50-50 game once again, like I said with the Jaguars, because y'all the type of team, y'all win every game y'all not supposed to win. And y'all lose every game y'all supposed to lose. That's just my opinion from an Eagle standpoint, but that's enough about y'all. I could go on and on about the Charlotte Panthers, but we just gonna leave it like that. Next team. And this is the only team I highly dislike in the NFL. The Dallas Cowboys.
He just came in here for some smoke today.
The Dallas Cowboys. I'm going to start this off with this. How many years has Dak Prescott been in the NFL? How many years has it been since the Cowboys have gotten past the second round? And how many years has it been since they even went to the Super Bowl? Last time I even remember seeing a highlight or a clip in the Super Bowl, Michael Jackson was performing. That just says a lot right then and there. My favorite Cowboys player of all time is Michael Irvin. I'm a big Michael Irvin fan. He a dog. I don't care what nobody say. Michael Irvin is a dog. He the playmaker. And if I had to rock a Cowboys jersey, if I ever lose a bet, I'll rock a Michael Irvin jersey. I have no problem with Dak Prescott. I have no problem with CeeDee Lamb. I had no problem with none of the players on the Cowboys. My problem is with the fans. I don't understand Cowboys fans. I never will, and I never want to understand their fans. But the thing about their fans I will never understand is, why when y'all win 2 games out the year, y'all say, oh, this all year, we going back. We the best team. Can't nobody stop Dak. Can't nobody stop CD. Can't nobody stop George Pickens. Why do y'all do that every year? I don't understand it. Like, y'all do it every year. But I will give Cowboys fans their props. Y'all one of the most loyal fan bases in the game. I can say what I want about y'all. Y'all with y'all team win. Y'all with y'all team lose or win. So I can't say too much about Cowboys fans. But at the same time, I'm an Eagles fan. Y'all know what come with this. Y'all talking about Dak Prescott. If he was on the Eagles, he'll win as many Super Bowls as Jalen Hurts got. First of all, no, he wouldn't. And I'm about to explain that. Dak Prescott is a great quarterback. No disrespect to him at all. Only problem I have with Dak Prescott is, why when you see the Philadelphia Eagles, you want to have the best game of your life? You want to be a sweat, a try hard, try to win it all. You want to go try to flip over our defender, trying to get into the end zone. Then as soon as you see somebody like the 49ers or the Packers, you don't want to do nothing. You don't want to just throw. You don't want to throw the ball up. You just don't want to, you don't want to show out. But when you see that Philadelphia Eagle across that helmet or across that jersey, you turn into He-Man. And I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be having our number sometimes, but we all know when y'all get the playoffs. We all know who y'all are. What was it? What that old coach said on the little, what's the name? We who y'all thought y'all were. We know exactly who y'all are. But like I said, I respect y'all because y'all loyal to y'all fan base. A lot of people not. Y'all are kind of like a friend of me. I won't never root for y'all, but y'all got my utmost respect. Because one thing I will say, y'all games are entertaining. I will give Cowboys that. Y'all games are entertaining. When everybody walk in for their little Sunday dinner, their little Sunday, whatever they do. Oh, the Cowboy playing? Oh, yeah, I'm about to tune in and see what they about to do. I tune in just to watch y'all lose. I can't help it. I like to watch y'all lose. But I give all the utmost respect to Cowboys fans because y'all real loyal to y'all fan base. So I'm gonna just let y'all breathe until we talk about y'all again. Because this ain't the end. This ain't the end. And any Cowboys fan got a problem, we can discuss it with the talks. All respect. But, it's fly, Eagles fly. I just had to get that off my chest because y'all know how it is with us. But, end of the day, it's just a game. It's all fun as a game. So it ain't nothing personal. So, then the next game, we play the Commanders. I already talked about them. Then we get to the New York Giants. The New York Giants are actually my most, they're the least hated team out of the whole division for me. I respect the Giants, and I respect their fans, and I respect their culture. When Eli Manning beat Tom Brady twice growing up, I almost became a Giants fan. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I was a fan of Michael Strahan, all the defensive players they had, Plaxico Burress, all of them. You know what I'm saying? David Tyree with the helmet kid. I was a fan of all that, so I always had the utmost respect for the Giants. Odell Beckham. I like Malik Neighbors, Jackson Dart. Who else they got? Abdul Carter, Brian Burns. I'm fans of their players. Scatterboo. I'm some fans of their players, so I got more respect for the Giants. I'm not gonna really talk about them too much, but that game last year when y'all blew us out in MetLife, we're gonna get our get back. So y'all be prepared for that. I'm not gonna say too much. The Knicks just won, so y'all feeling yourself right now. So I'm not gonna talk too much about y'all. So just know it's up. And then we get to the Pittsburgh Steelers. We're gonna get into the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers fans they're very low. But the Steelers fans talk crazy. Like, they got it like that. Like, y'all do the same thing every year. Y'all win, then y'all get to the playoffs and y'all out first round, y'all out second round. Y'all don't really do nothing. But y'all got the culture behind it. I'm from Clinton, North Carolina. Somebody from Clinton, North Carolina named Willie Parker. He played for the Steelers. He's a legend. He got a couple Super Bowl records. He's a dog. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know who he is. And, he made a lot of Steelers fans around here. So that's another reason I deal with a bunch of Steelers fans. Shout out to Willie Parker. He's a living legend. You know what I'm saying? Everybody from Clinton, they know who he is. Do your research on him. Go search him up if you don't know who he is. Star running back. He was a dog. Do your homework. But I just can't get jiggy with the Steelers, man. I can't. Like, I like TJ Watt. He one of my favorite DNs. He a dog. I can't say he not. Y'all just let go. They just let go of Mike Tomlin, didn't they? Or my trip. Yeah, Mike Tomlin, he a Hall of Fame coach. You know what I'm saying? He went all them years without no losing records. He's a dog. Mike See, I'm just now finding out they got Mike McCarthy as their coach. I totally forgot about that. But he know what's up with the Eagles because he was just a coach for the Cowboys, so he know what's up. He knows exactly what's up with my team. Pittsburgh and Philly, they in the same state. Politics, I might go there and watch that game myself. But still curtain, whatever y'all want to call yourself, y'all know what's up with us. We're going to see about y'all. I ain't going to talk too much about y'all because y'all respect the culture, you know what I'm saying? Shout out all my Pittsburgh folks, but it's up that day. All right, and we're going to keep going with the schedule. It's a long schedule, though, a little bit. We play the Arizona Cardinals. I'm not going to talk too much about them. They just got Love, the running back from Notre Dame. He's a good player. Shout out Jacoby Brissett. He's a QB for NC State. Go Pack. So, I'll shout out to him. But when we play the Cardinals, it's always a good game. So, I'm not going to really say too much about them. Every time we play another team that's a bird, for some reason, it's always go good. So, I ain't going to speak too much about them. Good luck to the Cardinals. I don't really know no Cardinals fans, so good luck to them. We play the Indianapolis Colts next. Good franchise. I'm a fan of Jonathan Taylor. I like Daniel Jones. They got a smooth little team. It's going to be a little battle. Every time we play the Colts, it's always a little battle. So I ain't going to say too much about them. We ready for them, though. Then we get to the Seattle Seahawks. I feel like that's about to be a game right there, dog. I rock with the Seahawks. I ain't going to cap. Russell Wilson, he ain't on Seahawks no more, but I'm a big Russell Wilson fan. I be tired of all the, hate on Russell Wilson. But I like Sam Darnold and all the players they got too, though. I like the Seahawks, but some of their fans started talking out the side of their neck. Talking about, man, we way better than what the Eagles ever were. We going to dog the Eagles when we see them. JSN 10 times receiver that Devontae Smith is. Sam Darnold better than Jalen Hurts. Number one, y'all let go of y'all player y'all let go of y'all running back that won Super Bowl MVP. I'm not going to get into the business aspects of it because I'm not really a fan of them, so I can't really speak too much. But y'all let go of y'all Super Bowl MVP. And y'all got nerds talk about our team. If you really look at the stats and all, statistics, we're really the same team. A little bit. If you want to be real. We're really kind of the same team. So we're going to see about y'all. I ain't going to do too much talking. It can go 50-50. Y'all technically own us because we ain't beat y'all since like 2008, but we bound for a win. We got to do something. So we're going to see about y'all boys. I ain't going to say too much about y'all because y'all walk y'all walk. I give y'all props. Y'all talk y'all talk and y'all walk y'all walk. Then we play the Houston Texans. I've been to H-Town, so I love H-Town. I don't like the Texans. I've been to y'all stadium before. It's a smooth little stadium. But I got love for H-Town. I love Houston. And I'm going to be back. So I'm not going to talk about Houston. Only thing I'm going to talk about is C.J. Stroud. I'm a fan of CJ Stroud, but you put any quarterback on that field last year when they played the Patriots in the playoffs, they might have made a Super Bowl. That defense is amazing. That defense is amazing. That's one of the best defenses I ever seen. Like, they got their smallest player on the field coming down booming. They got smallest player on the field coming down booming, folks. Yeah, number 5. Yeah, like, he a dog. They whole defense a dog. Like, but, you know, we're going to see about y'all. Hopefully, CJ Stroud, he gets out his little slump because I believe in him. I like seeing young quarterbacks prevail. I don't never down talk on their brother. You know what I'm saying? And then
that's what I seen that, and I was like, how you about to do this one?
I'll be the first one to tell you right now. The 49ers and the Cowboys are the same team, in my opinion. You can say, the 49ers, they've been to Super Bowl, they've been in NFC championships, but when last time they won a Super Bowl? When last time the 49ers won a Super Bowl? And it's really they fans that annoy me. Rest in peace, my uncle. He was one of the biggest 49ers fans I ever met in my life. He'll call me every Sunday, hey, you watch that 49ers game? You watch that 49ers game? But, like, the 49ers have always had good success, great players in the past, like Deebo Samuel, Colin Kaepernick, you know, Aldon Smith. They have had great players like Patrick Willis, Navarro Bowman, you know what I'm saying, Brandon Ayuk, Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle, the great players. Trent Williams, all great players. But I don't like the 49ers because they complain about when we beat them in the championship game a couple years ago. Now they just don't like the Eagles. Yeah, like, but you know, football is football. I can't help that. Football is football. If roles were reversed, y'all know, man, get over it. Y'all be like, all right. And y'all love to say Jalen Hurts is not a good quarterback, but every time Jalen Hurts get pulled out the game, we sink. You can say what you want, but y'all game plan different when Jalen Hurts is in the game. And we got like an ongoing feud with the 49ers, so I can't even really talk about them right now because they done beat us 2 in a row. Brock Purdy, he had a great game against us. I used to be a Brock Purdy hater. I used to be like, man, he is not that good. He ain't all that, but he proved me wrong, so I can't talk too much about him. And they got a backup, Mac Jones, a dog. And, you know, they still just like, the 49ers is always going to be a good, solid team. I never discredit them like that, but why every time y'all lose, it's always an excuse? That's what I don't understand. It's always an excuse when y'all lose. That's the only thing I will find that's hilarious to me. But we going to see y'all. Best team win. Just no excuses. Just straight football. And I'm going to leave it at that. In the last game of the season, we played the Giants. I already told you about the Giants. So, in my opinion, every game on this schedule is winnable. I see us going back to the playoffs. Realistically, I see us getting back to the bowl. Yes, I said it. I see us getting back to the bowl. I know we just traded A.J. Brown. We got some new additions in, but every time I watch the training camp videos or the mini camp videos, all them, they always talking about, yeah, they doing great. Offense getting better. They saying the offense getting better, defense getting better. I hope they can get Jalen Carter's contract negotiations resolved because we really need him. Yeah, Jalen Carter's great. Jalen Carter is a beast. That boy is a dog, man. And I seen the talk that we were thinking about trading him for Myles Garrett. Number one, I feel like that would have been very dumb. I'd rather get Jalen Carter that's, you know, young and great. Myles Garrett a great player, though. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's not a great player, but, you know, he's getting a little older. And Jalen Carter, I feel like we're attached to him as a fan base. Like, we need just his physicality. Like, I was upset when C.J. Gardner-Johnson was gone. I know he has a problem. They say he has a problem with mouth and stuff. He's a great player to me. Like I said, I don't talk about nobody off the field. Because that's them. You don't know why they act like that, why they're where they are, but that's them. It had nothing to do with sport. I only keep it at sports. But, yeah, like with C.J. Gardner-Johnson, he was a great player. Things didn't work out, but, you know, I still root for him. But hopefully everything works out with Jalen Carter. We still have him on the team by the time the season starts. But all in all, I think we're going to have a great season this year. Based off the schedule, it's going to be a couple dog fights. It's going to be a couple hard games, but I think we can get it through, and hopefully we can bring up another Lombardi trophy.
What, 12-5, 13-4? What you thinking?
Man, I say undefeated. That's my expectations. Well, that's my undefeated, but realistically, at worst, I say like 12-4, 12-5, or like I say 12-5 or like 11-6 at worst. At worst, 11-6. Because our whole division got some good players this year, so we're gonna be in. Plus, I don't know what it is. Everybody wants to beat the Eagles for some reason. Everybody wants to beat the Eagles. So fly, Eagles, fly. If y'all don't like the Eagles, then you'll be all right. Because we do. So we're going to end the topic with that. And we're going to get back into the sports on the next episode. For the last topic of the day, everything doesn't need a reaction. And I'm going to make it quick. I ain't going to dwell too much on that. But everything doesn't need a reaction. 5 seconds, better yet, 10 seconds can change your whole life for the better or for the worse. And what I mean by that, like I said in the first topic, you could really basically mess up your life just moving off emotions. Like you could be angry, upset, just ready to just say F it all. But you got to think about the outcomes of every situation you have, every consequence. You want to go beat somebody up and you grown, you know what comes with that. You're going to end up getting locked up. You can get a charge put on you. That could be the reason you don't get an apartment. You don't get approved for a house. You don't get approved for a car. That could be the reason you fall out with a lot of people. Somebody can just flat out disrespect you to your face and you just lash out on them. Somebody could talk about your folks and you just lash out on them. Everything doesn't need a reaction, especially if somebody is basically trying to rage bait you or just wants a negative reaction out of you. Because it's really not doing nothing but giving them joy and seeing you upset or seeing you just get out your comfort zone and get out of character. Because at the end of the day, they're not going to be worried about you when you walk away. Or not even people. Like, if you just react to how your past decisions have influenced how you're living today, and you just start beating yourself up, getting mad, just start carrying yourself differently, that's not going to help you out in the end, because karma still works on everybody, whether it's good karma or bad karma. Because, 5 seconds can just ruin your whole day. Like, you could be driving 5 seconds, you start getting mad at yourself, dwelling out, 5 seconds, get in a car crash. 5 seconds, swerve off the road. You can get pulled by the police for speeding or anything, reckless driving. Now you got a court case. Now you got to go to the hospital. Now you got bigger problems you already had to stack on top of. And I'm doing better with not reacting to everything, because me reacting to stuff can make people think, okay, I know how to get in his head. I know how to get in his heart. I know how to get him out of his comfort zone. And me personally, I'm the type, I don't like showing people my hand. Because you may think one thing about me, the whole time you don't even know that about me. And I don't like to show everybody my full hand, because I want people to keep guessing and not be able to figure me out. Because once you try to figure me out, or you think you figured me out, then you think you know how I live. Then you think you know what I think. Then you think you know how I live. And then you think you know how I move. And I'm just the type, I don't like people necessarily thinking they know me or knowing everything about me. Of course, there's some people that really know me. They've been around me my whole life. They're always around me constantly. But I don't like when people have their opinions about me. I don't like when people think they know how I'm going to react, or they think they can control my life, or just, And back what I'm saying, that you gotta go back to get a little ahead of myself. You just gotta get back to controlling how you react to everything, because everything doesn't need a reaction. Sometimes it's just better to say, all right, I got you, or okay, I understand, or I'm sorry you feel that way. That's what I use. I'm sorry you feel that way, because even if I don't agree with you, if I don't want to argue with you or go back and forth with you, I'm just tell you, I respect you feel that way, but I'm sorry you feel that way, and there ain't nothing I can do about it. And really, really, we should just apply that to everything. Like, if something just upsets you and you don't like it, just walk away. Just say, man, it's cool, it's whatever. Or just have your little 2 minutes and get it out of the way and be like, all right, I'm good. Because ask yourself this question. How is it affecting my life if I just ignore it? How is it affecting my life if I don't ignore it? And then you'll get the answers to the next decision you need to make. Like I said, I'm not going to dwell too much on it, because I just feel I just needed to get that off my chest, because I'm trying to do the best I can with not reacting to the negativity all the time, or just bad things or things sent, to get me. And I just be like, hey, man, I got to apply that to myself. And it's an ongoing battle. I keep it day by day. Whether you like it, whether you're not, like I said on this podcast, we all here to speak our mind. We all here to agree to disagree. And we all just here to keep it butt with each other. We're here to uplift each other. And then, like I said, at least use this advice for yourself. If you ain't gonna use it for yourself, use it for me, or use it for that little homie looking up to you, or that older person that believes in you, or just that random stranger. This is another episode of Off the Dome with Don. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Shout out my homie Dre. Shout out everybody supporting me. Shout out all the viewers. I hope y'all have a great day. If your day ain't going good, I hope it get better. And love and peace.